Good day, Wolfgang. We will talk about Nvidia, and yes, you saw Jensen Huang as Sheikh. He's currently in the Middle East making crazy deals.
AI is also in itself an industry. It's a manufacturing industry that requires energy. And as you know, Saudi Arabia is rich with energy.
NVIDIA's partnership, like you mentioned, with Saudi Arabia, specifically to build a massive 500 megawatt data center with Humane, which is the kingdom's new AI venture.
And this is not to miss. Nvidia is going to $300, 300. This could be as early as end of this month. We can go on a rally that rips off your face like you have never seen before. If you don't know me, my name is Danny and I am a long-term investor. I invested, for example, into Tesla when it was a $17 stock. Now it's 400. I'm also a day trader. And if you are interested into day trading, make sure to check out the first link into the description. We have a group where we created a software. So all the trades that we are making directly sent to your portfolio. You don't have to do nothing. And we haven't lost a trade in 4 months. Insane. Let's dive into Nvidia. Nvidia is such an interesting play because Nvidia just was crashed over the last couple of weeks and months. We had the overall market turmoil with the Trump tariffs. Everything was crashing. But before that, we also had the DeepSeek saga.
DeepSeek.
The US didn't allow to export the newest chips, and we will come back to that why Nvidia goes absolutely nuts. With that, Chinese startups try to move around and make sure they created something that is even bigger than that. They went full mode innovation, and when someone is full mode innovation, we see that in Tesla what things can come out of it. In terms of overall performance, you might need the hardware, but the software part is super important. So the Chinese developed a LLM, a large language model, or something that you call ChatGPT. It was so good with so less resources, they claimed to use only a couple of $100 million, but in reality, it was debunked and it was like a couple of billions. However, it was much less than ChatGPT was built on. Obviously, they copied a lot of stuff from ChatGPT, but you saw a fear that maybe we don't need so many chips. But later on, everybody knows that chips is this kind of scare in supply, and everybody's just absolutely hammering their orders to Nvidia, like Google, like Microsoft, like Meta. All in the recent earnings, they all said we will spend more. But this and the final piece of it is two things. First, there are some rumors that actually Nvidia might be able to export more chips to China because the relationship of US and China not even gets back to the reset, but it gets even better. And Donald Trump will say, hey, I make another deal. You know, our American chips go everywhere. But, you know, we will make sure that it comes with a price for the US. Okay, so I think something around this wording could come out in the next couple of weeks. But the most important thing is now Middle East. And I want to play you a clip, which is about, you know, a minute or so. I speed it a little bit up, but have a look what just happened in Saudi Arabia.
Congratulations, Tarek. Yesterday was the announcement, the grand opening
of Humane. Thank you very much.
We're delighted to partner with you. It was, I'm honored and delighted to have watched you form Humane, and now this is Saudi Arabia's AI company.
Thank you very much. Maybe we should share with everybody one of the most important thing. In building an AI company, you need the foundation and the infrastructure, and this infrastructure really relies very heavily on advanced chipsets and accelerated compute. Today we are announcing that we're doing a 500 megawatt deployment with Nvidia. It's a really, really big initiative for the kingdom. And I wanted, Jensen, just to give you a thought and idea about the innovation that Nvidia is bringing to Saudi Arabia and to the global AI ecosystem.
You want me to talk about this?
Yes.
So this thing is sitting over here. I don't know if you guys can see it. It weighs too much to pick up. But this is 2 Blackwells, and it's 2,500 watts, 2,500 out of the 500 gigawatts of computing infrastructure that's going to be built. As you know, artificial intelligence has been a revolutionary technology, the most transformative technology of our time, maybe of any time. and you've heard plenty about the capabilities of artificial intelligence. You've also heard how AI is going to transform every single industry, meaning that it's going to be the infrastructure of every single industry. And Humane is going to be building the AI infrastructure here in Saudi Arabia. But what people don't realize is, unlike many technologies that are transformative, AI is also in itself an industry. It is a manufacturing industry. It's a manufacturing industry that requires energy. And as you know, Saudi Arabia is rich with energy. Transforming the energy through this giant versions of these NVIDIA AI supercomputers, which are essentially AI factories. Energy powers these AI factories. Artificial intelligence tokens are generated, and those tokens are reformulated into applications and problem-solving AIs.
So as you can see, a huge announcement between Nvidia and Humane. The Arabs played here a little bit with the human and then humane, right? The AI. Well, a little nice gimmick. I am living for about 13 years now in Dubai. Well, I live like winter times in Dubai and summer times in the Europe, because as a trader you can live from anywhere, you just need a laptop to trade, right? So I can be in Mexico and sipping pina coladas, but I also can be here in Europe or in Middle East. So I always chasing the sun 12 months in the year, as you can maybe see from my toe, right? However, the Middle East is always a little bit crazy about new things. Like they got an AI ministerium in the UAE, for example. They are absolutely insane in the newest infrastructure. And when I was working for a Dubai company, it was always the same. The clients always said, we want to have the latest, the best, the latest technology and everything. And this is what they're going after, okay? They say, okay, now with Trump, we can make some deals, okay? And first, you saw the Saudi deal. Second, UAE, my home base, all right, a half-year home base, said they want to get 500,000 chips every year from Nvidia. And I think Trump will agree to that. And this will be the newest chips. This means per year, 1/4 of revenue goes to the UAE. This means either Nvidia need to produce much more chips, or they need to increase the price, or they will be just sold out for the next couple of years, okay? And they are making insane numbers. They're making per quarter something what other companies will never do per lifetime. And some people say, is Nvidia not already heavily priced and, kind of already in the top? And let me tell you this, and I'm trading and investing on the stock market since 20 years. You should follow me on Instagram, by the way, X10 Day Trading, okay? This is the page. You should make sure to understand first compounding, like winners can compound and over and over and over and over again, and faster than you can say Jensen Huang, you will see Nvidia at 150, then another 10% up, we already at 165, another 20% up, we already at 200, and this can go quite fast. Nvidia, for example, on earnings, which happen at the end of the month, can maybe go 20% up. One important aspect of Nvidia this earnings is actually that they created something which I would call a bear trap. Okay, you maybe know this term from trading, but I will take this term and turn it into something totally crazy. A bear trap, now for the analysts, they say like, we expect Nvidia to make 5 billion less in revenue. Nvidia was hit by this H20 chip export restriction. And this was kind of the first chip that they released, the first AI chip. And USA said, hey, you know what? The newest chips, like the Blackwell, don't ship it to China. We don't want that they get as good in AI as we do. Actually, they said the H20 chip is okay. So Nvidia keep on producing them and had like 5 billion worth of the chips. And then actually the US said recently, well, you know what? Also the old chips you cannot sell. Obviously, they have to write down $5 billion worth of inventory. So they are doing this earnings. And I think what could happen is everybody expect like a 5 billion deduction. But maybe till then, they will say, you know what? We had some new, let's say, constructive meetings with the government and we think we can sell it. Nvidia directly explodes to 160. Okay, no question. Then when we see more and more of this announcement, it's like a wave of great news. You can see that the stock market is like a rubber band, right? So it goes to one extreme, then snaps back to the other extreme, then snaps back to the other extreme. And that's why you see it's, going up and down, never in a straight line. So you see now that Nvidia had this drawdown. With this drawdown, you had a lot of opportunities where new investors came in. New investors want to buy more. New news bring new investors. So you see a wave of new buyers for the stock comes in. And now let's dive into the levels, which are very important for Nvidia. And we will look into those, which you need to watch very, very, very carefully. All right, so I will show it to you on a simple chart. So it's not like super complicated for you. I like to have things very simple. So if you are new to stocks, even you will understand it. So as you can see, year to date, or even let's say 2 years out, okay, we saw like an immense price increase. This level that we are now have broken, which is 131, is from June 2024. This was kind of resistant. Then we had like a snap back to like below 100. I think it was also around the corner of, maybe it was also here in September. I don't remember. Somewhere in this bracket, there was the Japanese yen trade drama, okay, which lasted like 2 days, okay? We broke through that with great earnings, and then we reached like around like 150 for the all-time highs. And then we started the drama, deep sea. We have the tariffs, and then we lost about 33%. And then we touched around like, I think like 84 was the lowest one. Here actually you can see it, 52 weeks low was 86. So with 86 was an amazing price to buy. It was like for free, okay? But obviously you missed it if you watched this, or you already in, or you didn't average out, whatever it is. But you can see the recent run up is so fast. And I think not only we will break 153, which was the 52-week high, but we will go also very, very much higher. So the next level is 140. Even levels are also very much important, let's say psychologically, but also you will see once we break through the all-time high, and this could be as early as end of this month, we can go on a rally that rips off your face like you have never seen before, okay? So with this video, let me know what you think about Nvidia. Are you holding it or not? Check out the first link into the description, and in the comment section, this is my group, schedule a call with me and see if you want to be part of it, of the day trading. We never allow anyone to join before having a call to understand what you want to do with day trading, but we can create a nice side income, or maybe replace your main income. Make sure it's never a rich quick thing. It's rich slow and rich sure, okay? And we do this with our autopilot, which is automatically for you. It sends all our trades to your portfolio. So schedule a call if you have $10,000 or more in your broker account, and see you in the next video.